Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I got a quick comic book haul to show you guys, but before I get into the comic book haul, I want to shoot out a quick reminder to your community that the last con C2E2 story, the documentary movie about quite possibly the last major convention to happen in a long time, back in February in Chicago, C2E2 2020, that my buddy Bear Island Comics has been working hard on for several months now. Will finally be premiering tonight over on the Bear Island Comics YouTube channel, 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be hanging out live in the chat as the movie premieres, and then I will also be hanging out, I believe, on an after party as well, live on with Bear Island and all the guys. So that should be fun tonight. Hope you guys come out and go support Bear Island on this. The link to the actual movie premiere, not just Bear Island's channel, the link to the actual movie premiere itself is in the description below. The countdown to 9 p.m. Eastern is officially on for tonight. So wanted to make sure you guys knew that if you weren't already aware. And then, we'll get to a comic call next. What's going on? We got Steve in the chat. Good to see you, brother. We got BTC Moon Guy. What's going on, bro? We got Chad, Barbarian Kung Fu in the house. One of the guys I got to hang out with in Chicago. Definitely one of the highlights was getting to meet Barbarian and hang out with the Symbiote guys as well. I got Issues and everybody else over there. I got to go hang out with them at their Airbnb or whatever their setup was, which was fun, and also on the con floor itself and stuff. So that was a good time. Anyway, I hope you guys come out tonight and support Bear Island once again. Let me show that. I'll show that banner tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on Bear Island Comics YouTube channel. We'll see you there tonight. It's going to be a good time. What's up, C. Woodard, another guy that we got to hang out with in Chicago at C2E2. So it should be a blast tonight. Looking forward to seeing everybody and checking out this movie. What's up, Comics on the Mind, Kirk? Good to see you, brother. Definitely a lot of fun. Can't wait to watch the whole thing tonight. Should be a blast. So quickly, I have a comic haul. I got some trade paperbacks. I got some, a couple modern books, some silver and bronze, handful of Golden Age books, and also a couple TMNT Volume 1 run fillers, or well, not run fillers, but books to further help me continue to complete that Volume 1 run. Ruben Guzman's in the house, says, why can't I chat? I don't know, bro. I'm seeing your chat right here. Weird. I don't know if I missed a setting or something. It's possible because I kind of just went live real quick with this. Weird, dude. I'm not sure, brother. I'm seeing your chat here in StreamYard, so I'll have to figure that out later after I'm offline here. So anyway, let me get into the haul. I'm going to show you the trade paperbacks first real quick. I got like 4 or 5 trade paperbacks that are kind of like, I guess, more young adult, YA, I guess is the term, young adult oriented, because I was looking for like things that we could possibly read for Gotham City Chronicles show that me and GP do. Maybe that's targeted towards a slightly different audience. Like we've been reading a lot of stuff that's targeted, the classic stuff, a little bit of like Harley Quinn stuff, but mostly, the more well-known and, the A and B tier, if you will, of Batman stories. But these young adult novels are kind of a totally different audience. So I was a little bit curious about checking out some of these stories and some of the art, and then also about, possibly covering these stories on the show, just so we can, talk about stories that appeal to some other types of people, not just the same people every single show. So what's going on, Who Dat? His last con was first weekend of January, Wizard World, New Orleans. Okay, yeah, that was right before C2E2 was like late February, I think. So It might be a glitch in the matrix. We shall see. What's going on, Fuchsia in the house? Good to see you, Fuchsia. All right, so first up, for those YA Batman World trades that I mentioned was Harley Quinn Breaking Glass by Mariko Tamaki, illustrated by Steve Pugh. So this won an Eisner Award, and this is like I think it's like a New York Times bestseller like level type of young adult graphic novel. Lots of great looking artwork in there. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm looking forward to reading this one, especially with all the buzz around it from an award standpoint and critically acclaimed standpoint. And I've heard a lot of good things about this one on online as well. So looking forward to checking that out at some point. Harley Quinn Breaking Glass. Yo, Big Lion Cat 646 is in here. What's going on, brother? So that was the first graphic novel. The next one is this one. It's called Under the Moon, written by Lauren Miracle, illustrated by Isaac Goodhart, and it's a Catwoman tale. So it's a Catwoman tale. Speaking of, the cat is here. A Catwoman tale right here. Here's the back cover. Give you a little bit of a taste of the inside panel work. That's pretty cool. There. Let's see if I can find a few more here. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know as much about this one, but looks like Fuchsia says she enjoyed that read. I'm assuming she's talking about this one. She's a huge Catwoman fan, so yeah, that should be an interesting one to check out. Next up, we have Shadow of the Batgirl, Sarah Kuhn and Nicole. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Gaux or something like that. I'm not sure. But here's the Shadow of the Batgirl. It's another young adult graphic novel in, I don't know if these are connected or they're all their own universes or whatnot, but yeah, it should be pretty interesting to see this one, to check this one out. Shadow of the Batgirl. Oh, what's up, John? Okay, your daughters wrote a review of Under the Moon. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure where it is, but I'll get with you. It is not the preview show for Adam. That was CBNYCC when I dropped the trailer. I did a whole reminder at the beginning about the premiere for tonight, though. But you're not going to see any of the movie on this stream. You gotta show up tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, Bear Island Comics, to see the movie. Next, I checked this out, Gotham High. I guess this is like young, high school setting for main characters in the Gotham universe. I don't really know a ton about it. New York Times bestselling author Melissa De La Cruz. So, and illustrated by Thomas Petilli. So Gotham High. Show you the back cover. See, check out some of the art here. A little different style here. A little interesting. See. Oh, that's pretty cool. Example right there. So yeah, Gotham High. Don't know a ton about that, so we'll see what that's like. And then finally, the last one I picked up here is Archie meets Batman 66. Jeff Parker, Michael Marici, Dan Parent. Here's the back cover. So Archie meets Batman 66. So we'll see. This one's kind of a quirky one, obviously. Mixing kind of old school campy Batman with Archie. So it kind of works, but I don't know. As far as a read, I haven't heard much about this from anyone really. So there you go. Quick recap here of some more young adult focused trades that are Batman related that we're considering for Gotham City Chronicles. We got Archie meets Batman 66. We got Gotham High. We got Shadow of the Batgirl. We got Under the Moon. And we have Harley Quinn Breaking Glass. So pretty cool little YA haul right there. So we'll see what we will cover on the show or not. But we're going to get right into the comic books. So don't have a ton of moderns, but I'll start with the moderns. I bought a couple books from Peter Parker Comics, I believe, on Instagram. Or no, it was, well, that's what he goes by on Instagram. But I bought some books from him on one of the Symbiote Comic Club claim sales or auctions. I don't quite remember. It's something Barbarian Kung Fu, and he's in the chat, so he probably knows. But it was one of those things that Barbarian was doing, moving books and whatnot with him and his crew and his friends. And I picked up some Silver Age books from Peter Parker Comics on that. But he threw in a couple freebies. And the freebies are, I guess what you would consider modern. So I'll show those right now. The first one was, I think this is a free comic book day book. It's Best of 2000 AD, issue 0, free comic book day. So 2000 AD, not a series I ever really got super into, but great artwork. Love that. Yeah, there you go. Parker always has the killer old books for sure. And I'll show you the old books I picked up from shortly. But he threw in this modern 2000 AD free comic book day. Then he also threw in this Harbinger, this Valiant book, Harbinger number 9. So I'm not a big Valiant guy. I don't know a ton about it. I'm learning a little bit about it from Daymares, but I probably should, pick his brain a little bit more. He could probably tell me a lot more about this book. I've never read a Harbinger book in my life. So, but pretty cool of Parker to throw in a freebie right there. Then I got 2 more modern books. This one, honestly, frankly, I forgot about because it took, like a year between issues or something like this for this J.J. Abrams Spider-Man book. There was like a long delay between issue 2 and 3, and then there was an even longer delay, I think, between issue 3 and 4. And I had forgotten that I had it on my pre-order or pull list or whatever you want to call it with Midtown. So it just arrived out of nowhere, and I totally forgot that I actually had this on my pull or my pre-order or whatever. And it had been so long since it came out that I found this a severely disappointing issue. Just very disappointed. Was not feeling it whatsoever. I really liked the first 2 issues, I think, or so of this title. Then issue 3 took so long to come out that it was a little bit of a bummer, and I wasn't quite as feeling it. And then this one, but by the time this one came around, it's like, no, not feeling this series at all anymore. I guess there's 1 issue left to conclude, so I may as well read it and pick it up and complete the set or whatever. But overall, disappointed by this series is my takeaway as of now. So anyway, pretty decent cover, I guess, but is what it is. Spider-Man, J.J. Abrams, Henry Abrams, Sarah Pichelli series right here, Spider-Man mini-series. So there's the 4th issue of that. And speaking of Spider-Man, was really, really happy to get this. This was a New York Comic Con exclusive that got released during that, NYCC, virtual week of, exclusives and drops and whatnot. And I'm not huge on those, like when I'm actually at the show. But since I was just home, kind of doing my own con or just, lounging around or whatever, I would get wind of some of these exclusives. And, I didn't buy all of them, but I bought the ones that appealed to me. Only one of them has actually arrived so far, and unfortunately, this one arrived with 1, 2, 3, I want to say 4 spine ticks. So this is a modern book. It should have arrived at a 9.8 NYCC exclusive, and it arrived with 3 or 4 spine ticks. So that's a little bit disappointing, but I'm not trying to flip this book, so I'll probably, I'll just keep it, especially with 3 or 4 spine ticks. I don't know if anybody's going to want it with 3 or 4 spine ticks. This would definitely not come back at a 9.8. If it came back at a 9.6, I'd be extremely lucky. Chances are this would come back at a 9.4. But the book I'm talking about is this, I think it's Norman Osborn, Sins Rising #1 or something like that. But it's one of those John Tyler Christopher negative space variants that got released during this NYCC cycle with Reed Pop. They also released a Luke Skywalker one, which I did order. I did order that one. That has not arrived. And I think I also ordered like a J. Scott Campbell Black Widow or some other exclusive. I think those were the only 3 that I picked up during all the NYCC drops. This is the one I wanted the most and was most looking forward to as far as like for what I collect, Spider-Man, a lot of Spider-Man stuff. You know, some of these negative space variants are okay. You know, but this one is numbered. So this print run was 2,500. This one is numbered 1846 of 2,500. So yeah, I thought about complaining, getting my money back. I mean, it's like a $20 book or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know if it's even worth the hassle. But yeah, I guess you're right. I probably should. You know, I probably should be like, hey, you know, I was looking forward to this arriving, and it arrived with Force Tick, which is not what you'd expect, or a brand new virgin, you know, limited to 2,500, you know, exclusive, non-exclusive or whatever. Lasso saying, you know, that Spidey Negative Space book isn't even on the shop anymore, where the Luke one is on the site, just marked sold out. Interesting. Why wouldn't it just be listed up there and marked as sold out? Pretty sure all of these sold out, so that's weird. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people were having issues with this one as far as condition. I don't know, but anyway, it's a cool cover anyway, regardless. So I'm happy to have it. So that was it as far as the moderns. I'm gonna show a couple bronze now. Picked up this ROM #1. You know, Bronze Age ROM #1, first ROM, the Space Knight. Picked this up from First Edition Comics. Took them like forever to get it to me. I don't know what the deal is as far as how long it took to get to me, but decent book. I'm not a big ROM guy. I had originally picked this up because I was gonna do like a giveaway or something like that with it. So I probably still will do a giveaway with it at some point. I don't know when or for what specific, you know, reason or whatever, but this will probably be in one of my future giveaways at some point. So I guess look out for that if you're into that. And then I picked up 2 copies of, yes, a couple bronze Lasso. Nothing crazy. So I picked up 2 copies of Thor 324. So, you know, late bronze Thor, Alan Kupperberg interiors. So picked up 2 copies of that. Not really because there's anything super key about this issue, but because I have a page of original art from this issue, a splash page actually, which is pretty awesome, which you'll see on the next episode of Original Art Hours. So that'll be pretty cool if you're into the art stuff. I picked up my first, I guess what you call Bronze Age splash Thor page. So picked up a couple copies so I could have them in the collection and I could reference the published material. What's going on? Warlord in the house. Good to see you. Sam I Am Comics. Welcome. So yeah, so those are my quick Bronze Age pickups right there. You got the ROM #1 and then 2 copies of Thor 324. I just went over the moderns and the trade paperbacks, so those were the bronze. Next, I will get to the silver. So these are the Silver Age. So earlier I mentioned Peter Parker Comics, that I picked up some Silver Age stuff, and he threw in some of those free moderns or whatever. So these are the Silver Age books I actually picked up from Parker. It was a handful of Tales of Suspense, Marvel Silver Age books. Now I don't have all like the details of what's key or like, you know, whatever. Like it wasn't really about that for me. I just dig the books in that TOS run in general. You know, awesome Captain America stuff, awesome Iron Man stuff, great Kirby stuff. It's just, you know, it's one of those classic Marvel Silver Age runs. So He had a bunch up for sale on his on the Barbarian auction or whatever, so I snagged him. So first up, we have Tales of Suspense number 88. So I put these all in Mylar. They're not high grade books. These are like low grade as as I can accept, basically, like pretty low grade, but not absolutely like tattered and destroyed low grade, but pretty low grade. But anyway, there's Tales of Suspense issue number 88. So pretty cool there. Then we also got Tales of Suspense number 87. So I don't know if you guys can see it. The books are kind of blocking my view here. So 87, 88, and 87. Then also I picked up number 81 from him as well. Number 81. Yeah, it was the claim sale. Yeah, exactly. These aren't super high grade condition books or whatever. Yo, what's up, JP? Good to see you. So yeah, number 81. Also got number 78. Take that one. Got Captain America and Nick Fury teaming up. Number 78. And then I also finally got from him, and this is my favorite one of the lot, was number 71. Classic punch-out type cover, Iron Man cover right there. So number 71. So those were the silver pickups for this haul from Peter Parker Comics. Bunch of Tales of Suspense, Marvel Silver Age goodness right there. So thank you for that, sir, and also for the freebies that you threw in. That you certainly didn't have to throw in any freebies. So I appreciate the freebies as always, and also the quick turnaround and professional process in buying those books from you. Much appreciated. So. Okay, so last up here, we got a couple Golden Age pickups. Definitely, Sam, like all those Tales of Suspense covers are just pretty damn cool overall. So, all right, so we got a couple Golden Age pickups here, and then I'll get to the TMNT pickups last. So nothing crazy, pretty low-key Golden Age pickups here. This is I've been getting more and more into Joe Palooka lately. Like, I'm a big boxing guy, not in fiction that per se. Well, yeah, actually in fiction if you count movies. I love boxing movies, but I haven't read a ton of like boxing related comics. Joe Palooka did a lot of boxing, and his title in the Golden Age, Harvey Publications, was a very, very popular title back in the 50s, late 40s and 50s. But anyway, Joe Palooka issue number 52. First time I've ever had this particular comic. This is in pretty nice shape, actually. So, so yeah. So it's an early 50s issue of Joe Palooka, number 52. And then I also picked up issue number 51. Now this is an upgrade. I've had this book before, but here, and I actually have my old copy right here. So here's my old copy. As you can see, it's pretty beat up, and it's got all sorts of writing. You got some pencil writing there. You got some pencil writing there. You got, words being written on the body parts and stuff. So it was, it's not an ideal copy, but it was a copy that was fine for a bit. But this one is super nice, super clean, color, presents great. The yellow pops. Whatever, it's a far superior copy to the previous version of issue number 51 that I had. So yeah, so happy to have this much nicer copy of 51 with an awesome classic Joe Palooka boxing cover on it. And minor spoiler alert, I also have an original art connection to this book, which again, you want to see original art, you got to tune into Original Art Hour. So the next episode of Original Art Hour is going to be, I think, on Wednesday, hopefully, with myself and JP. JP is going to come on and share his art collection, but I'm also going to be sharing some new art pickups, including the Bronze Age Thor splash page and some original art related to this issue. But one thing I also really want to share about this issue, and I have to take the book out to share this particular detail. And let me just bear with me as I get the book out carefully here. Okay, so here's the cover, right, which I just showed you. But on the inside of the cover is a bio story featuring a boxer, which is famous for being the main subject for one of the best or most widely known or famous boxing movies of all time, and that's Raging Bull. And the boxer I'm talking about is Jake LaMotta. So there you go. There's a Jake LaMotta like bio story on the inside of the front cover right there. So another kind of little Easter egg about this issue of Joe Palooka, which, another reason why I really dig it is because of this Jake LaMotta bio story on the inside, who is the boxer that Robert De Niro plays in the Martin Scorsese film, Raging Bull, which is one of my favorite films of all time. Fantastic movie. I've even seen it in the theater. I think in the last several years, I went to go see it in the theater at Brooklyn Academy of Music with a double feature with, I think the other movie was Girl Fight. So it was two boxing movies back to back, which was a great double header feature. But anyway, I've seen that movie more times than I can count. But there you go. So those were the Golden Age pickups. Joe Palooka 51 and Joe Palooka 52. Really, really happy to have those in the collection, and especially stoked about upgrading this one from this kind of dirtier copy with writing all over it to this clean copy that presents a lot better. So those were the Golden Age pickups, and we're going to wrap things up here with two TMNT Volume Number 1 pickups, 2 books I needed for my Volume 1 run, and then I'll do a quick recap at the end for anybody who wants that. But anyway, as you guys know, I've been working on the TMNT Volume Number 1 run for quite some time, getting closer and closer. I think I'm somewhere in the vicinity of 20 or so books. Yeah, boxing gloves, there you go. I'm in the vicinity of like 20 or so books away from completing the run, and I was able to pick up 2 second print issues, early second print issues that I still needed, because I am trying to get every single print for every single issue, which makes it an even more challenging run, I guess, to complete. But that said, I needed a second print issue. I needed a second print of issue number 5. I was able to track one down in decent enough condition. Love that cover, by the way. But there you go. There's TMNT Volume 1, number 5, second print. So second print right there. Happy to track that one down, cross that off the list. And then the final, or what you would say, I guess, like the biggest notch in the belt as far as this round, of trying to get more TMNT Volume Number 1 books. I was able to track down a second print copy of issue number 2. I'm still actually looking for a first print copy of issue number 2. I have not yet found, the right book for the right grade and the right price or whatever for issue number 2 first print. But issue number 2 second print, this is a really, really nice copy. So pretty high grade copy right here. So this is TMNT number 2, first appearance of April O'Neil, I believe. But this is the second print, not the first print, but it looks very similar to the first print, but still after a first print. But happy to have this second print. Yep, thank you, brother. Barbarian, I will send you the list. I got to update the list and knock these 2 books off of it, but I have a file that I can copy and paste, or actually even have an image that I use that I send to people or whatever. But I will certainly send that to you so that if you stumble across any of the ones I'm missing, you can let me know. Thank you, Sam. right? Yeah, the number 5 second print is pretty dope. But these are two pretty awesome second print covers from early issues. One through 5 issues. You got number 5 and number 2. So really happy with those. What's up, Cyborg Dad Mystery in the house? I am getting closer. I'm getting closer. I think I'm literally like 20 books away or so. What's up, Unruly? He says, well, damn, late again. No worries. I didn't really let anybody know that this was taking place. And it's like 3 o'clock on a Saturday, so I know that there's a lot of other people doing like, hangout shows or whatever, where they're just kind of shooting the breeze or whatever, or sharing pickups and whatnot. So I don't usually do shows on Saturday, but I wanted to share this haul before I forgot, and I also wanted to, of course, continue to plug my buddy Bear Island and his movie tonight, The Last Con, a C2E2 story, 9 p.m. Eastern, Bear Island Comics. The link to the actual movie premiere page itself is in the description below. Ooh, he has a shop with lots of killer books. They might have some. Okay, I'll let you know, brother. I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna send you that stuff. I'll send it today, man. I'll edit my list for you, and I'll shoot that over to you. I think Brian Take the Time Collectibles offered the same thing to me, so I sent him a list also because he works that shop down at Phil's comic shop down in Florida or whatever. Thank you, Lasso. He says nice haul. So for those of you guys who showed up at the end, I will do a quick recap here. So I showed some the first things I showed were a couple of young adult graphic novels in the Batman character world that I got because I think they could be future candidates to cover on Gotham City Chronicles. So those were these: Mariko Tamaki's Harley Quinn Breaking Glass, illustrated by Steve Pugh; Lauren Miracle's Under the Moon, a Catwoman tale, illustrated by Isaac Goodhart; Shadow of the Batgirl by Sarah Kuhn and Nicole Gu; Shadow of the Batgirl; Gotham High by Melissa De La Cruz, illustrated by Thomas Patili; and Archie meets Batman 66, Jeff Parker, Michael Marici, Dan Parent. So those were the young adult-oriented graphic novels. The couple modern books, these were freebies thrown in by Peter Parker. What's up, Pat Wall in the house? Good to see you, brother. Just doing a recap here at the end for everybody. So he threw in a couple free moderns on the Silver Age books I picked up. One was the Best of 2000 AD, issue number 0, free comic book day. And then he also threw in this Harbinger number 9 as a freebie. Pretty cool. Then I also, this was, a book that I had on my pull list with Midtown, or my pre-order list with Midtown. Totally forgot that I had it on my pull list or pre-order list, and it just arrived out of nowhere. Reason I totally forgot I had it on the pull list is because it's the J.J. Abrams Spider-Man, J.J. and Henry Abrams Spider-Man mini-series book, where they had like almost like 9 or 10 months or something between issues. So I totally forgotten that I had pre-ordered it. And, because I stopped collecting new comic book day books like on a weekly basis, way back in January or whatever. So, this should have came out a long time ago. And earlier I shared my unhappiness with this particular issue and this story in general. I had high hopes for it after issue number 1 and 2, was really into it. After issue 3 and 4, not so much into it. Only one issue left. I'll ride it out. I'll check it out and finish the story, but wasn't really feeling the last 2 issues. This one I was excited to get. I think it's that Norman Osborn Sins Rising number 1, John Tyler Christopher Negative Space variant, NYCC exclusive, limited to 2,500, numbered. This is 1846 out of 2,500. Now, as cool as this book is, it arrived with what I deem to be 1, 2, 3 color breaking and maybe 1 non-color breaking spine tick, which of course would not pass the 9.8 muster test and possibly not pass the 9.6 muster test if I were to get this slab. Maybe if I got it pressed, it could press up to a 9.6, but there's definitely at least 2 color breaking spine ticks, which is a disappointing, it's frankly very disappointing, especially since I don't really pull the trigger on these convention exclusives very often. No worries, Chad. Later, catch you later, brother. Hopefully, I'll see you tonight in the chat for the Last Con movie premiere over at Bear Island, because you're in the movie, or at least you show up at some point. Or I know you were part of that Chicago crew for sure. So hope to see you tonight. But anyway, cool cover. Love. I don't like all these John Tyler Christopher Negative Space variants, but this one I really like. This one's gonna just stay in the PC. Not really worth slabbing, in my opinion. Unless you guys disagree or know anything I don't know about it. But happy to have it regardless. Little annoyed with the shipping with, Repop or however they handled this one. But what are you going to do? Picked up a couple Bronze Age books. ROM number one, ROM the Space Knight. Grabbed this from First Edition Comics. Like back in the summer. Took them quite a while to get it to me. But what are you going to do? I'm probably going to give this away at some point, so future giveaway, look out for that. Then I also picked up 2 copies of Thor 324. I actually like the Luke Skywalker unruly. I ordered that one, but it didn't come in, so I disagree with you on that. I actually like it, but anyway, Thor 324. So I picked up 2 copies of this, not because it's anything really major or special. It's just kind of like a, late bronze, early copper. If depending upon the year, you could consider it part of either age of comics, I guess. But I consider it late bronze. But I actually have a splash page from the inside of this comic book. Original art. So I'll show the splash page on the next episode of Original Art Hour. So those were the bronze pickups, those 3 books right there. And then the Silver Age pickups were from Peter Parker Comics as well. You threw in those moderns as freebies, but I will show these to you again real quick. Tales of Suspense 88, Tales of Suspense 87, Tales of Suspense 81, Tales of Suspense 78, and Tales of Suspense 71. So, and I love that cover. So yeah, pretty sweet. These aren't high grade. These are low grade, I guess, what you would call beater copies. But I'm not really looking for high grade with these. I'm looking for, it looks good in a Mylar grade, and I don't have to spend a lot of money on it for these Tales of Suspenses, pretty much, because they can get pretty pricey in high mid grade or up, if you will. I'm not about to invest a ton collecting these per se, but they do certainly go well next to my Tales of Suspense 39. To have some more of the run in the PC. So I always, I really dig these covers especially. Okay, and then I think some of you were here for the Golden Age section, the Golden Age, but there wasn't much, just a couple of Joe Palooka issues. Joe Palooka issue number 52, and then Joe Palooka issue number 51. Super nice copy of this with the Jake LaMotta bio page on the inside. And again, this was a upgrade of a worse copy that I had. I might give this one away also at some point, or I might just keep it, honestly, because I do also own some original art from this issue, which I will also share on the next episode of Original Art Hour, which should hopefully be on Wednesday night, with JP's Budget Collecting coming on and sharing his art. So yeah, pick those up. And then, so not a ton as far as Golden Age this time, just those 2 issues. What's up? Unruly Papa John's having a special on Jack-o'-lantern pizza, only $11. What the hell is Jack-o'-lantern pizza? Burke Family 54 in the house. What is up, Steve? Burke Family, good to see you. Right on time for me to do the recap of the TMNT section of the haul, which is the final part of the recap. If you cut the beginning of the haul, You heard me say that I'm working towards completing that TMNT Volume 1 run. I'm about 20 or so books away from completing it. I was able to track down a couple of the second print copies in the run that I needed. So 2 early second print issues from the run that I needed. I was able to track down and acquire. So the first one was this. TMNT Volume 1, number 5, second print, badass cover. So there's the second print of number 5. Happy to finally have that. And then here is the second print of issue number 2, a super high grade copy of issue number 2, second print. Still looking for a first print copy of this book, but it's awesome to finally have the second print and to have it in such nice condition as this. So I would say this probably in the 8.5 to 9.0 range. So pretty stoked. 2 great second prints, early second prints from the TMNT Volume 1 run right there. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Great second prints right here. So happy. What's up, Raul? It says NYCCCCC. I wish it was NYCCCC again. I know, right? But there is a movie called The Last Con premiering tonight. Another reason to remind everybody about this. Over on Bear Island Comics YouTube channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, The Last Con, a C2E2 story. The link to the movie is in the description below. It's a live premiere, so we'll all be hanging out in the chat, shooting the shit with the community, laughing at whatever ways Bear Island has made fun of us in this movie, because we know that that's coming. So just, we're all prepared for it. So it should be fun to hang out and watch the movie together tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, over on Bear Island Comics. Again, the link is in the description below to the movie premiere itself. And as soon as that wraps up, I believe we'll all be hopping on live on Bear Island Comics YouTube channel right afterwards for an after party. Me, Kenny, JP, and George, D-Run Comics, we all teamed up to send an AOK to Bear to thank him for all the hard work he's been doing on this movie, The Last Con, and just for giving it to us, for allowing us to enjoy it and have it as great memories for the rest of our collecting lives and regular lives, frankly. So I can't wait to watch the whole thing tonight and probably several more times over the next few weeks, just to put myself in a good mood, if you know what I mean, as some of the things go down in the next few weeks that I won't talk about here. So that's pretty much it, guys. That was the haul. That was the recap. Make sure you guys come out and support The Last Con, a C2E2 story, tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, Bear Island Comics YouTube premiere, and stick around for the after party because it should be a fun time. I want to thank everybody in the chat for hanging out with me today. I'm going to leave you with the outro clip. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and we will see you tonight for the premiere of The Last Con, 9 p.m. Eastern on Bear Island Comics. Later, everybody.
It's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a gold, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for the snakes, time to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, out of nosebleed. I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in.